Good morning, everyone. It's Miss Smallman again, coming to you from my front porch. I just got back from a walk with my brown hat, my camouflage shirt, and my binoculars. This morning I was out looking for animals, searching for birds, deer, anything I could find, and my binoculars really helped me find some stuff. But now that I'm back, we're going to work on multi-digit addition and subtraction. Before this video, you watched two videos about addition and subtraction with multi-digit numbers. And so now we're just going to go over a few of the highlights from those videos and practice some problems and talk about the do's and the don'ts of addition and subtraction of multi-digit numbers. The first thing we need to talk about when we're adding and subtracting multi-digit numbers is placement of numbers, and that's going to go back to your place value knowledge, like your ones place, tens place, hundreds place, and your thousands place. When we're adding and subtracting, we have to make sure we always line up our numbers in the correct place. So, for example, if I had the problem, sorry, let me find my marker. It's right here, got it. Okay, so if I had the problem 152 plus 48, and it was written like this horizontally. I need to line these up vertically, but I need to make sure I put them in the right place. When you're doing this, always write your number with the most digits on top. So this one has 1, 2, 3 digits, and this number has 2 digits. So we're going to write this number first. Okay, so let's look at our places really fast. This 2 is in our ones place, the 5 is in the tens place, and the 1 is in the hundreds place. So now let's write 48 right under it. This 8 is in the ones place, so it goes under the 2 in the ones place, and this 4 is in the tens place, so it goes under the 5. And I've added my addition sign, draw my line, and now I'm just simply going to start in my smallest place all the way to the right, and I'm going to start there when I add. 8 plus 2 is 10. So what do I need to do? I need to write my 0 here, and I'm going to bring my 1 over here because that is an extra 10. 4 plus 5 is 9, and just like that first one, plus 1 is going to be another 10, so I have to write my 0, and I'm going to bring this 10 over here. Now there's nothing here, so I add 1 plus 1, and I get 2. So 152 plus 48 equals 200. Now, let's look at another problem. Say we have 346 plus 29. This number has 3 digits and this number has 2 digits. I'm going to write my number with the most digits on top. So I'm going to go ahead and write 346, and then I'm going to write my number with 2 digits next. Can you look at this problem right now and see what I did wrong? I know in this first number, the 6 is in the ones, the 4 is in the tens, and the 3 is in the hundreds. In the second number, the 9 is in the ones, and the 2 is in the tens. But as I wrote this problem here, I have it where my 2 is lined up with my hundreds place, and my 9 is lined up with my tens place. But that doesn't work because my 9 is in the ones, and my 2 is in the tens. So, how we should line this up is put my 2 in the tens place and my 9 in the ones place. And let's go ahead and add. 9 plus 6 is 15. I'm going to write my 5 and bring my other 10 over here, carry my 1. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and 3 is by itself. So 375. Very good. Okay, let's look at another problem. This problem is already written for us lined up. The only difference here is we have 3 digits in both. Each of these numbers has a hundreds place. The ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. And now we're simply going to start at our smallest place and we are going to add them. We have 5 plus 6 is 11. 8 plus 5 is 13. Plus 1 more is 14. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 1 is 4. So 256 plus 185 is 441. The most important thing to remember, and the biggest mistake I see, is when people solve these and they do not line up their places correctly. Make sure your ones place is lined up with the ones place, tens with the tens, and hundreds with the hundreds. All right, next let's go ahead and look at subtracting multi-digit numbers. When we're subtracting numbers, it's always important to remember that your largest number goes on top. You can't always look at number of digits. You have to look at the places and see which number is bigger or smaller. All right, so if I had 395 minus 271. 395 minus 271. Both of these numbers has 3 digits. We have the ones place, the tens place, and the hundreds place. When we line these up, we have to make sure our larger number goes on top. So I'm going to find the largest place here, the hundreds place. This is a 2 and this is a 3. So which number is going to go on top? The one that has the larger number in that place. So 395 is greater than 271, so it will go on top. And we look like this. So just like addition, we're going to start in our smallest place and we are going to subtract. 5 minus 1 is 4. 9 minus 7 is 2. And 3 minus 2 is 1. So 395 minus 271 is 124. Okay, let's look at another example where the number on top, when we go to subtract in the ones place, is bigger than the number on bottom. So we are going to have to regroup. So let's take a look at that. Let's do 471 minus 233. All right, so we have the same number of digits. They both go to the hundreds place. We've got ones, tens, and hundreds. But take a look here. Can I take 3 from 1? No, because 3 is larger. So what we have to do is we have to come over here. We're going to cross this 7 out and take 1 10 away from it. When I take 1 10 away from 7, I am left with a 6, but I borrowed a 10, so this 10 comes over here. So this 11, this 1 here will become an 11. And we have 11, take away 3, and we get 7. 6, take away 3, we have 3. And 4, take away 2, we have 2. So 471 minus 233 equals 237. Okay, let's do another subtraction problem where we're having to do what we call subtract across zeros. So I'm going to take 500. I'm going to take away 352. All right. I cannot take 2 away from 0 because 2 is larger. I also cannot take 5 away from 0 because 5 is larger. So I'm going to have to go all the way over here and have to regroup a couple of times. So like before, we're going to take a 10 away from here. So this 5 will become a 4. I'm going to give it over here. So this becomes a 10, but I've got to borrow again or regroup again. So this will be a 9 and give the 10 over here. So this 0 becomes a 10. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 5 is 4. And 4 minus 3 is 1. So 500 minus 352 is 148. You're now going to have a lot of opportunity to practice this with some task cards. And then tomorrow you have a game with a sheet and a die to play with where you'll roll and then you'll solve problems based on what you roll. I'll also link some games after this video so you can work on solving multi-digit addition and subtraction problems with games. I can't wait to see what you've done and hear about everything on our Zoom on Thursday. And until then, bye.